Good morning, I hope everyone's well today. Thank you for watching, it is appreciated as always. My MP Sarah Poachin from Reform UK is giving this Runcorn and Helsby voter exactly what he voted for. I'm going to go into that in a moment or so, but the first thing I want to say is, if you believe that the Labour Party line of shutting the migrant hotels means that the problem of illegal, unvetted, fighting age men being brought into the country against the democratic will of its people will solve the problem, you're mistaken. Entire streets in Britain are being taken over in Britain to house asylum seekers in Operation Scatter. The Home Office has earmarked £500 million for sustainable accommodation model designed to close up to designed to close the UK's 210 migrant hotels, get my words out there, in what's being dubbed Operation Scatter. So remember that, even if the hotels are closed, which I think they should be, these people should not be in the country. Detain and deport, as Rupert Lowe would say. Detain and deport. Now, Reform UK have been criticised by some for not being strong on this matter. I want to be abundantly clear, I voted for reform because I want mass deportations, and my MP for her part seems to be delivering that message. And I'm going to be placing this clip on now, and then I'll pause it if I need to.
A reform government will stop this betrayal of our women and girls. We will deport every illegal immigrant that sets foot on our shores.
I'm a Runcorn voter, so I am from Runcorn. This is my MP. This is exactly what I want, and this is exactly what I voted for.
We will deport all illegal immigrants housed in hotels up and down this country.
You should go further than that. Anyone who's been given indefinite leave to remain since 1997 should be on the chopping block in my view. But we'll let her continue because she's making a good point.
We will do everything we can to ensure that those dispersed in the HMOs are found and deported. We will deport all foreign national offenders in our prisons, ensuring that when they do get out, they are not free to walk on our streets.
Completely agreed. Exactly what I voted for. Can't come quick enough.
We will instruct our police to respond to every inappropriate sexual behaviour call by migrants against our women and girls. We will empower our Immigration Enforcement Division to detain them, to deport them, to raid town centre businesses along the way.
They've already started up in Runcorn, and I think it's because of my MP. Labour are crapping themselves, especially where Reform UK came second place at last year's general election. They are shitting themselves, and they've got every right to be scared because they're going to be wiped out at the next election. If they go to left, they're going to lose the Reform voters, and if they go to right, they're going to lose the Corbyn voters. So either way, Labour is screwed.
And of course, we have to, and Reform will leave the ECHR.
It's a start, all of this is a start, but we also need to leave the 1951 Refugee Convention as well.
And put an end to the lucrative merry-go-round of human rights-based appeals. We will stop this madness. It is a matter of national security, and only a reform government will protect women. Thank you.
So there's lots to unpack there. I've unpacked a little bit, but what I begrudge is the framing. These people have broken into our country, they have no right to be here. They can claim refugee status because we're in a refugee convention and because of bullshit ECHR regulations as well that should be ripped out of British law because they'll pull on the statute books, I think, in the Human Rights Act of 1998. That needs to be torn out and that needs to go away. Supreme Court needs to go, and the OBR and Ofcom. Anything Blair had his fingerprints on needs to be abolished in my view. But in terms of the Refugee Convention, that needs to go as well. It's not fit for purpose. That's just my honest opinion on the matter. It's being abused by people it was never designed for, and it's being exploited by the cottage industry that's growing up around these migrants coming over. I've gave this honest opinion before. If it was a genuine humanitarian crisis, they wouldn't be in the country being paid for by us. They'd be in the country and put up at the good nature of the capitalist business owners. It's not genuine. That's why they don't do it. They do it to make money. And every MP voting for it has probably got a finger in the cookie jar somewhere. Now, the second clip that I'm going to play from my MP Sarah is one that people are going to say is going to go into trouble with the people at Reform. But I'm going to play the clip.
Being in denial about the effect of this culture coming into this country, and it is the culture of Islam, who have absolutely no regard for the value of women.
Do you think that my MP has a point, that it's not necessarily individuals, it's the culture of Islam that is the problem? That is what my MP is asserting. I agree it's incompatible. That's my opinion. I'll be honest with that. I agree with my MP. And this, again, is something she should raise, and it's something I completely get on board with.
So these men coming in on these boats, 800 to 1,000 a week, 26,000 this year alone, have a totally different view, a medieval view. And I've said that.
So there we go. My MP is saying that these fighting age men coming over in the small boats have a backwards or medieval attitude towards women and children. Do you agree with my MP? I agree with my MP. Now, back to what I was saying earlier in the video, I've got an issue with the framing. It's not the fact that they're hurting women and girls. Yes, that is an issue. That is a major cause for concern and reason enough to be deported. It shouldn't be at that stage. They should have no right to remain in the United Kingdom. If you agree with me that you've got a problem with the framing, that we're having to hide behind the facade of, oh, this is about saving women and children. No, it shouldn't be about that. I begrudge the framing. It's about the fact they've broken into the country and they shouldn't be here. Anyway, these are just my thoughts. As always, your mileage may vary on this point. Comment below, let's have a debate, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Do you think Reform are on the right track with this? Do you think they need to go further? As always, comment below. Thank you for your time.